It is the morning of Tuesday the 11th. Just get out of the shower. I'm kind of feeling pretty good. I know it's super early in the day, but I'm still feeling pretty good. I didn't get quite as much sleep as I was hoping for, but I have a cup of coffee or two, and hopefully that knocks that right out. Most of the day today, I've got meetings just kind of lined up almost back to back to back, so I don't know how good the vlog content today will be. I'm not sure how much I can or how much I really should share of those meetings. So there's a chance that you're just going to see me at my desk, just meeting, call, typing. The content may not be super entertaining, but it's kind of an important day for me just to explore some of these new opportunities. And it's interesting when the window's shut and the door's shut with the news on Friday, so many of these other opportunities came out that I was really not expecting. So I want to just do my due diligence and just see what the different options are and just explore them and see if maybe there's something that's a tremendous fit. I think what'll happen is most of them probably won't be super interesting or appealing to me, but to at least have the conversations, have the meetings, talk things through and see what people are thinking is, I think, a really good way to approach it. And that's kind of the approach that I've had so far. So I'm going to head downstairs, get myself something real quick to eat for breakfast, get myself a cup of coffee, and get at it. Hello? I read that typo and I'm like, man, I can't not say anything about that typo. Yeah, I mean that's significantly lower than where others have come in at. So yeah, it is definitely difficult to assign a dollar value to a brand, right? And brand goodwill and brand mind share and those kinds of things that are kind of intangibles. Okay, yeah, no worries. I can have that conversation with him. I think we're supposed to meet either later today or tomorrow morning, just to kind of sync back up and the conversations we've each been having. And oh man, so today I'm flipping between kind of putting the salesman hat on when it comes to the assets for Selfless and finding a buyer, finding a home, and then flipping back to some of the personal opportunities and things that we've got going on there. That was a group that's been pretty serious about acquiring the assets. They're without spilling too much, they're kind of working to build their own brand. It's pretty small right now. I think they have maybe 1 or 2 teams, but you wouldn't know the name of the organization if I were to say it. And that's the brand value that Selfless brings to the table. Their initial offer that he just made is actually very, very low, especially just given all the other interests that we have right now. And I actually really like that group. I kind of hope that, and I understand that just because they're good people and they've got good plans doesn't mean they're going to have the ability to execute, the finances, etc. I like them. I'd love to see their offer come up, and I would take less to see it in their hands versus some of these other groups that are just kind of sketch. But it is what it is right now, and that number's just way too low. Way too low. I think I've got another call here in a few minutes because that one was pretty short, so I can bump one up. Just rock and roll. Yeah, so right now we're looking to essentially sell off pretty much everything, all the assets, the image rights, the rights to the brand, etc. Yeah, so Lucky and Hugo are both free agents now. I was hoping that whoever was going to acquire the brand and the assets would be willing to at least consider re-signing them because they're both awesome guys with huge individual brands. But they are right now free agents. And I know that they're talking to a few different groups because I kind of introed them there, but as far as I know, they haven't committed one way or the other. So we don't have like a set number in mind. And to be honest with you, if I felt like the brand would be in really good hands and I liked the kind of plans or directions that somebody had for it, I'd be willing to take less than a bigger offer just because, this is a brand that I'm really proud of that we've built over the past few years. But that's, we're kind of seeing where the market's going to price it, just given the interest that we've had so far. It's only feels like it's been 2 months since we made the news public, but it's only been like 4 days or something. So I would say sooner rather than later, just because it allows specifically me to shift my focus in more desirable locations, but there's not like a set, date that we'd like to have it done by. it's been a very interesting journey, but it's one that I'm super grateful to have been able to, to have had. And I would say not having debt and saving money was what allowed the whole foundation to kind of start. So, right. What are the games that you're looking? Is it the same games that you're in now? You mentioned League and a few others. So about to jump on another Skype call. This is like 5 or 6 in a row, I think. But this one is not actually sales. This isn't actually about Selfless. This is about me personally. So this is a little bit different. I'll take the salesman hat off and listen to the pitch and what they're offering and see if something fits. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any one particular thing that that I'm looking to do. There's an opportunity that we're pursuing that we kind of alluded to in that news announcement. But other than that, just there's been, I guess, more opportunities have presented themselves in the past, was it 3 days, 4 days than I was really expecting. So right now I'm just kind of having conversations like this one to see what those opportunities and options are, not really with any one particular in mind, just basically exploring all the opportunities that have kind of presented themselves. Okay, so just kind of piecing those all apart, the consulting, you said, what level of control or autonomy would I have in that role? What are the longer term goals? Like what? And I ask that because what is the priority of the organization? Is the goal to build a winning team and then to sell? Is it to pull in maybe an NBA or an NFL or MLB team? Is it to build something that's sustainable, generates positive income? Like what's the more organizational big picture? That was a super oh man, that call was several opportunities in one. That was a call for me personally. It wasn't about Selfless like some of the other calls you've probably seen here in today's vlog have been. And there were like, I guess, 3 opportunities kind of there where I think I could have all 3, or like just do this one for a little bit, or just do that one for a little bit, or commit to this longer term one. And it's the type of thing that would be certainly of interest. And I told them straight up, like, I'm interested, but it would require a lot of thinking, planning. Like it's not like I could just say, yeah, sure, I can do that, and it's like super easy to do. It would be pretty involved. So really feel super grateful that I've had these opportunities come up, and they're kind of steering me, I don't say steering me away from the other opportunity that we alluded to in the news announcement, but I wasn't really planning on these things occurring, and I just have so much thinking and a lot of decisions to have to be made in the next week or 2. Yeah, I've mentioned probably 15 times at least that I do my best thinking in the shower, and after a call like that, I probably need to actually, I have a call right now, so I can't. But I'm going to take a shower at some point, probably after this next call, and just give a ton of thought to some of these opportunities. And this is something I should have started today with. Time is the most valuable asset any of us have. It's limited. It's a finite thing. You can never get more of it. And whatever you have in time, that's it. And it's really important that I think people appreciate when you dedicate time to something, you're saying no to other things. And the most valuable thing you can give to somebody else is your time. Not only in work, but in teams, dedicating time to your teammate and building something and trying to achieve a goal, whether it's hanging out with a friend or a significant other. Like, time is the most valuable thing that you can give. So when people, they say nice things and all that stuff, if they actually commit time, they sit there and they listen to you and your problems, or they go out with you somewhere, they're willing to message you and let you know that you're in their head, they're thinking about you. Like those little things that seem kind of cheesy and stuff, if someone actually spends that time on you, it's so valuable. And a lot of these opportunities are going to require time, right? It's going to require me to commit to something, possibly move, possibly dedicate like entire days or weeks or months. And that time is super, super valuable. For me, the money isn't the end all be all, but it is something that I'm going to have to exchange my time for something. And money's obviously going to be a part of that. What is that worth to me in dollars and cents? And, knowing the things that I'm going to have to sacrifice and say no to in order to say yes to one of these opportunities. That's a whole crazy amount of stuff, and I know that's probably a little bit deeper and heady and maybe not the type of content that's best just kind of rambled about in a 2-minute vlog clip. Probably something I need to do a separate video on. So anyway, that's a whole bunch of rambling done. Well, another call to take, probably gonna take a shower and get some thinking done, and no idea what the rest of the day is going to look like after my last call is at... Alright, my last call is not till later in the day. So I'm going to have one more call, take a break, another call late in the day that I might not even record, and then no idea what the rest of the day is going to have in store. I got to jump on a call here in a sec. Alright, Eli, let's go out first. We're going to go out first, and then I got a call, and then I'm going to take a shower.